Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost Dimension.
Well, hello everybody, and I am, as you can hear, Mango is singing. I have a little bit of Joyful Joy on in the background. While I wait for some people to get in, we're kind of quiet today. And you know, today I'm living in a wonderland of snow. Got up this morning and everything's coated and covered, and now it's coming down again. So winter has arrived and definitely getting closer and closer to Christmas. I don't know where the year has gone, but it's like just amazing that it's gone this way, right? And Mango is happy boy, and oh, I could probably turn you guys a little bit this way. And there's Phoenix. He's back on his roost over there. And yeah, he's going to be, that way I can keep an eye on him because he's loose and Mulan is sleeping on the chair. So Mango, here, I'll let you see what Mango's doing. Mango, he's right there checking out Mom. So, yep, the crew is here for sure, right? All righty. So, you know, I hope you're all having a blessed day today, and it's been a crazy week for me. I'm going to get the cards out, and then I'll start saying hi to everybody. Been a little crazy. Spirit has been a little crazy with me this week, and I have to laugh because 3 nights ago I got woke up and told to find the book, and that was interesting. And they kept playing it over and over in my head. And a good friend of mine has a spiritual book club that she asked me to go into. So I've been part of it, but I haven't really been able to go in when they've had books that they were reading. So I don't know why, but they kept telling me, find the book. So I got up 2 o'clock in the morning, walked around the house. I don't have that many books in the house anymore. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what book. So then they gave me an image of the book, and it was sort of there, but it wasn't completely there. I knew the first name of the author. I said grandmother instead of grandfather, and I'll be darned, I got up in the morning, and it was still going through. Couldn't find a book, no book wherever I had books in the house. Later in the day, I did laundry, and when I took the stuff out of the dryer, I took it into the spare room, which is my daughter's old bedroom, and I put stuff on the bed there so I could fold them up. And I turned around, I was heading out the room, and you got it, right on the left of my vision, on the top of my daughter's dresser was a book, and there was a stack of books, and I thought, what the heck? So I got up really close and I looked, and it's like, yep, that's the book, there it is. And it wasn't grandmother, it was grandfather. Father's blessing. And yes, the name of the author was indeed the first name that I got of Rachel. So, you know, sometimes Spirit just likes to play with us, right? And that's always good. You just have to learn to listen. And otherwise, if you keep not doing what they're asking you to do, they'll keep doing it until you find or do or say whatever it is you're supposed to understand from them. So I want to say hello to everybody. And I'm going to go up. Hi, David. How are you? You know what? Yeah, I'll give you a card today. Let me just go. Hi, Yo. How are you? Hi, Pamela. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Misty. How are you? Hi, Margaret. I see you're in the house too. I see Chicago's in the group too. Yeah, so let me start out with you, David, because I don't think I've read a card for you. Could have, but I'm not sure I did. So let me just kind of flush the cards one more time here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And if for people that don't know, 7 is a sacred number, and it's also the 7 grandfather teachings. So that's a big reason that I pick and choose the 7. Okay, so your card today is the koi. And yes, you do see a little hole in the corner, and you can thank Mango for that. But anyhow, your card today is the koi. Okay, so the things and the words that I'm getting through for you right now is fortune is upon you. Okay, which is kind of a really stoic way of putting it. But when the koi come in, they represent balance and different strengths in certain areas because they've been the keeper of wisdoms for lifetime, right? The Asian community reveres them. They're kind of sacred to a lot of people, and they're very highly valued, okay? And each color comes through and it means a little bit of a different thing. But what I'm hearing for you is good fortunes, right? So good fortunes are on the way. So fortunes doesn't always mean money. So, you know, right away, everybody's like, oh, it's money, money. No, that doesn't necessarily mean money. What it means, and what they're saying also, is the tide is changing for you. So whatever's been going on up to this point in your life has been turbulent and kind of mixed with flat, where this is like a baseline where nothing's really going on, and then it's turbulent again. And this is what they're showing me with water, with the waves. And then they're saying whatever this goal is, or whatever this like, oh, how are they saying this? However his kind of the way your life is right now, but you kind of put out things that you would like to have invited into your life, people, occurrences, events, social stuff, family members, friends. And it's like it went from turbulent to kind of flatline to, oh, wow. And the waves that are coming in right now that they're showing me is very gentle, but the koi is there, so it represents good fortune. And that can mean, you know, many different things, but it means the positives are on your side, and you should look forward to things that are coming in the next few months. Okay, yep. Okay, so some of it is, as it's coming in slowly, is what they're showing me. So you have to remember your sacred circle. Your sacred circle is everything that you keep inside of that boundary you put up. That is sacred, that is important. It's the people, it's the places, it's the things that are most valued to you, right? And then outside your circle, where you've set your boundaries, are things that come into your life and will bounce in and out. And some of them are meant to stay, some of them are not. You're the gatekeeper, so you have to keep switching stuff in and out of your circle. And it's like almost like there's been a clean sweep with a lot of things in your life. And it's like almost like you're beginning a new cycle, right? A new journey part, a new chapter. Okay, is what they're saying. And so that's going to come in, and that's really fortunate for you, and it's bringing in good things. Just remember to have that faith in those positives. Don't put out negatives. Don't say, oh, it'll never happen, or this is just really bad. Look at the blessings. Look at the glass is half full, not the glass is half empty. And this is what the koi is bringing in for you, is good fortune and balance. Okay, so thanks, David, for stopping in, and I hope that resonates with you. And your card is the koi. You guys can also find more meaning to the cards that I used tonight, and it is my deck that I created. But you can go to bearmedicinewalker.com, and one of the pages listed on the index is the We Are All Related deck. Okay, so you can go in there, and I have all the cards posted there with their meaning. So that's bearmedicinewalker.com. All right. Let me get my glasses back on. And again, thank you, David. I hope it resonated with you and made some sense to you. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to Dixie. Hi, Dixie. I don't think I've read for you either. Oh, there's some new faces in here. Yay. I'm going to go up a little farther too. I see Leto's here. Bonnie's here. How are you? Maureen, I see you. Kelsey Goodman's in the house. Well, gee, you never know, right? You never know. All right. Well, it's good to see all of you, and thank you for coming in and sharing the space with me. Share it, like it. You can do any of that from my page on Facebook. I'm over on YouTube. I'm with the kids here. I call them kids. They're like my kids. Sean and Bex on Ghost Dimension, and they're on 5 days a week. So you can always catch something on their page as well. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what Dixie has today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this is a really nice card. This is the red-tailed hawk, okay? But this is like really intense. When you see these creatures coming up, the red-tailed hawk and the eagle, okay, are very highly valued in the indigenous cultures, okay? And the red-tailed hawk, one of the big things that I always see with them is how they can precisely look at a situation to determine the next step. And this is what's being brought through for you. You need to kind of get above the situation, so to speak, so that when you look at it, you can see every aspect of what is going on before making a decision. And they're saying it's kind of an important situation or a decision that you're going to be making, and it's a slight change from what you normally would do. But they're saying before you commit to anything, you need to make sure that you look at it very, very clearly so that you see every side of it. And almost like there is no side, because they're actually showing me a circle. So it's like you have to like go above it to look at it to make sure that your decision is going to be the best for you, not for other people. Okay, and there's been a lot of that going on around. A lot of people judging people and saying, oh, you should do this, you should do that. How can you be doing this? How can you be It's none of their business, okay? Because what this is about a situation for you, okay, Dixie? So you need to just kind of look above and from above and see what's going on so you can make a better decision for yourself, okay? And again, the hawk is around you, and it's a very sacred bond, okay, when we have them come up with us. It's a bond of prayer. It's a bond of communication with the universe. It's a bond of the divine with yourself. It's being able to go up close to Creator God, to be able to see the better situation. And seriously, one of the biggest things that I'm hearing for you right now is don't let other people influence what is best for you, okay? And sometimes it's really hard for us as humans because, you want to make everybody happy, right? But it's not about that, and people need to stop making other people happy before they take care of themselves, okay? So that's your card today, Dixie, and thanks for stopping in, and it's the red-tailed hawk. Okay, so let me see here. I'm going to. Okay, Kelly, I can give you a card. Hang on. Let me get you a card. And then I'm going to go down a ways. Yo-yos in the house. Oh, the snow is so white. It's actually, I can't even see across the lake today. It's so white. And it is frozen on the lake already, which is the first time yet. So that's kind of exciting. All righty. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. All right. Well, for you today, I have the Earth card in the 7th place. Okay. So the Earth. Okay. Yep. Okay. So the Earth card comes up, and we're from the Earth. We use everything from the Earth, and it shares it with us so that we can stay healthy, so that we can grow, and we can ground. And it's about that connection with the Earth and the world all around us. Sorry, looking for the little monster. But this today is about for you is about the root. They're showing me the root. So you're like stepping outside, and it's about grounding and kind of, okay, they're showing me like a tree, and the roots are shooting into the ground really far and wide, and they're strengthening. And this is what you need to work towards right now. This like time period of this week, a couple weeks, the next couple weeks, it's about really shoring those foundations up and putting your roots into the ground. It's also about kind of looking into how you and your ancestral line, your family line, your bloodline has been connected to many things within the earth. And I feel like they want you to, and what they keep showing me is like tend to your own garden. So they're telling me that you need to work the earth connections that you have to kind of help you get through the next few weeks, and it'll strengthen in a way. You'll have more confidence, and yeah, okay, yep. So that you're actually going to be able to stand on your own better, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, yep. We all don't need to depend on everyone around us to take care of us. We need to depend on ourselves first. We need to understand that we have to be able to take care of ourselves first, make ourselves healthy, make ourselves more balanced. And we can get assistance from other people, but we have to learn not to have them do it for us, because it doesn't teach us anything. We don't learn anything. We don't have any benefits from when other people do it for us. Okay, we can ask for help, but not for them to completely do it. And this is what I'm being shown. You need to tend to your garden, your soul's energy, your healthy, your health, your mind, your body, your spirit. And again, this is going to be a powerful, and they keep saying like a couple weeks for you. So use that energy wisely. And it's kind of like to shore yourself up or better yourself, or just learn and understand that every day we get new things that are put onto our table in front of us that we can experience to learn and make us stronger people and better people. And you want to keep that bright light that's in you from your soul's energy, and you want it to keep shining brightly. And that's what they're asking you to do, is go in and do some tending to the garden. Okay, I hope that resonates, Kelly, and I appreciate you for being here today with us all. Okay, so I'm going to go down a little bit. I see Lido. Maureen. I see all of you too, Bonnie. I hope everything is well with you. Okay, so hi, Chris. I will. Absolutely. I know Chris Williams is going to have some great stuff going on. I know it, and I'm proud of you. All right, let me see what I can get first for Miss Maureen today. Okay, here we go. All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, for whatever reason, Maureen, I'm being told to tell you right now, you need to do the 7 breaths. 1 second. The 7 breaths are a very easy tool that I tell. What is your problem? Oh, he's scratching his head again. Everybody does this, and we have a tendency to, okay, know that my brain just stopped. Hang on a minute. I got to get back with this again. Okay, 7 breaths, right? We got to do the 7 breaths. And the 7 breaths, I give this, it's a tool for everybody. And I often have my clients do it in the beginning of each of my readings. But what you do is you take a deep breath in, hold it, and then release it, and you do each direction, okay? And what it does, it kind of clears your head up, and it kind of clears everything from your thought pattern so that you can kind of look at things a little bit differently. It also clears space for us when at times we have kind of like guilt because we're moving ahead and doing something for ourselves first. It kind of hits that guilt thing, like, oh, maybe I should take care of so-and-so first. But they're literally saying, no, make sure, and I don't know if it's anxiety that I'm feeling right now, but they want you to remember that. If you kind of feel discombobulated is kind of a word I would say, do those 7 breaths, 1 for each direction, and it will help you. It will help you move forward in your day, okay? So, but your card today, which also is tying in, I understand all that, so is the ram, okay? So the ram, and this kind of makes sense, the rams are like amazing creatures that go up on mountainsides and hills and cliffs, and they can jump like with no fear, which drives me crazy because I'm watching them and it's like, oh my God, they're gonna fall. No, they're not. They go from like little pile of rocks to little cliff to whatever, and they hop all over the mountainside or they hop all along the cliffs. And they do it with confidence. So this is what I'm kind of being told to remind you. You have the confidence and you have the tools to move forward in a very positive way. But for whatever reason, and again, this is why I keep seeing the 7th breath, it's almost like, and I'm afraid of heights, so they're showing me this, and I know this is why. It's like you get there and you're getting ready to jump into something new, something different, something that you're almost trying to convince yourself of doing. And it's like before you decide to take that next step, that jump, right? Take those deep breaths in, clear your mind, and clear your focus. And you will understand at that moment what your truth is. And they're actually being very funny because they're doing #truth, okay? So by doing that, you'll be able to successfully maneuver these little obstacles or these small spots where you could move to be safe. And they're saying do it with confidence. So make sure you take those breaths. And the outcome for whatever this is going to be really good. You just have to concentrate on what you're doing and let the outside noise go away, right? Let the outside noise just kind of dissipate into the air. You don't want to bring in everybody else's stuff, okay? So I hope that resonates with you, Maureen, and it's the ram. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to go down a little bit farther. Woo! let's see. Hi. Oh, there it goes. It all went. Thank you, Kay. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. I'm just kind of taking it slow today, right? Hi, Mari. How are you? How are you? Mari Bowman Brown. Welcome. I will surely give you a card. Let's see what I can shuffle up and see what I can get. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alrighty. So your card today is the Wolf. Okay. So for you, okay. Wolf is teacher. They live by example within their pack, their family unit. People that say, oh, you're the lone wolf or I'm the lone wolf. That's not a good thing, because lone wolves mean they've been cut off from the pack. They're unhealthy, and they're not doing well on their own. Okay, so wolves are better in their family pack, right? So what I'm being shown, though, for you is wolf is also teacher. And I feel that there have been many life lessons over the past, which is weird because they're kind of being specific. They're giving me a 5, and I want to say it's like the past 5 months. It's been like they've been just lesson upon lesson upon lesson being dropped in your lap. And it's like, geez, can't something just go right for me? And what I'm being shown is some of the problem with trying to get past the issues or the stumbling blocks on the path is because although you're very aware of those lessons that are being dropped, you're not really looking at what they are. And lessons in life that are handed to all of us as humans are things so we can learn from them in order to move forward in more positive ways. And all those things that we're taught and we really understand, they kind of go in what I call our proverbial toolkit, right? So it's life experiences. And we take the positives and we keep them and we're all excited. But what we need to remember is some of the negatives that happen are there also for a reason. It's for us to understand from a different perspective. Okay. Now, I agree 100%. I do not like lessons in life. I've had many lessons in life. And if I overstepped them and didn't really get the value at what they were, good, bad, or indifferent, I had to experience them all over again. Okay, that's one thing you want to kind of avoid. So even though it's been kind of what I'm feeling is like a little bit of a rough patch for you, learn with it and say, okay, I get it. And now I'm better prepared if something similar happens down the road. And for the fact that the wolf is around you to teach you this is very strong, because the wolf is actually a protector, a guardian, and a teacher. So this is amazing. So tap into that energy of the wolf and you will be successful with your path moving forward, because it'll bring balance for you. Okay, so that is your card today, and I hope it resonates a little bit anyway, and it is the wolf. Okay. And thank you again, Mari, for coming in with us today. That's great. We appreciate it. Lado, yeah, I can see what I can get for you. I can also tell you right now, whatever's going on with you, I keep seeing like a line of trees. Like I'm looking into, but they're so perfectly lined. It's almost like somebody planted them that way, but it's like a line of really tall pine or spruce trees, but they're very, very tall, very erect, but they're in a straight line. Okay. Well, they're in a straight line and there's 7 of them. So it's regarding the 7 generations past and in the future for you. So whatever's going on right now will have an impact from you moving forward 7 generations, but what's going on goes back as far as 7 generations, if that makes sense. So let's see what kind of card they're going to let me pull for you and see if we can kind of figure that out. Okay. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, you've got work to do. What I'm seeing for you with this card, the ant, right? Ant is very small, but they are mighty as far as the tasks that they'll do. They work with the community of their fellow ants, and they can accomplish amazing things. Like if you look at this ant, that water, we probably molecularly, if we're looking at it, is very, very tiny. Probably doesn't even look like that to us, being human looking down, but that's what the ant sees. There's never a mountain that they can't move. And by that, it's like they're using that as example. They work together, they figure it out, and it's quick. Okay. And I think I gave this kind of representation a while back when I pulled the ant card for somebody else. But if you've ever seen a video or a nature video, right, the ants trying to get over a body of water. And for them, we could have like a stream in our yard or a stream running through. It would just take us a couple of steps to get over. But for them, it's like a lake, right? So what do? They work together. They get a leaf down, load a bunch of people up on the leaves, or ants, I'm calling them people, right? Ants on the, and they push it out a little bit, and then they all link up to each other, and they put another leaf out, and they get it over to where that leaf is, and they connect themselves by like holding hands. And they keep doing this and continuing this until they make a bridge to the other side of the water. So what I'm seeing is you have to make that bridge. It's like, I feel like whatever's going on with you, you're standing tall, you've dug yourself in, you're like, this is the way it needs to be. And I see these 7 trees in front of you, but you can't reach those 7 trees yet because you need compromise, or you need team effort, or other people or ideas to get you to the other side. And it's not even necessarily people. It can be like an idea. So it's like you're stuck, but you're the one making yourself stuck. So you need to look at the situation in a clear way, like maybe even step away for it for a little bit. And then when you come back, look at it as, how can I make this work? Who do I need to include that would help me and assist me to get to the other side of this issue or this problem or whatever this is? But it's clearly showing you standing there, rooted in the ground like these trees are. And it's like you're having a difficult time moving forward with whatever this is. So they want you to remember to work as a team. Okay, and that's your card today, and it's the ant. So I hope that resonates a little bit with you. It's very difficult sometimes for us as humans to even want to ask for help. And then there's the other group of people, that's all they ever do, right, is ask for others to come in and fix things for them. And that's not what's going on here with you, Leto, but it's the same thing that many people do. I am 61, and most of my life I would refuse to ask for help, no matter what it was. Could be something really small, or it could be something big. Then I got older, and I realized that what made me feel good was able to help other people. But then I got to remember that when other people want to help or be there for me, I don't let them. That's cutting off their happiness. and their joy of helping and assisting. So it's just a different way of looking at things that as humans we need to remember. We all interact, we're all connected in some way. It could be somebody at the grocery store, it could be somebody at the gas station or a church or whatever, right? But we're all connected in some way. So we need to remember there's sometimes that we need to keep that connection really super strong. Okay, so hi Cullum, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Hi Sarah, I am fine. Sarah, oh, here we go. It just bipped. Hang on, guys. Whew. Okay, let's see here. All right, let me give you Sarah Lou. That's a cool name. I would love to give you a card. Okay. Why don't you tell everybody what we've been working on, Phoenix? Phoenix! I've been teaching him to cluck like a chicken, and he does it. All right, 1. Oh, don't say that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, you don't want to hear him. What comes after shut up? That was his previous owner taught him, so we're trying to correct the bad language. Okay, so your card today, Sarah, is the Badger. Oops. Okay, the Badger. There you go. All right, so Badgers are very formidable. Badgers don't want to take a different way. Badgers want to continue the way they're moving forward, right? And if something, an obstacle or something pops up on the path, they dig in and they will hiss and spit and they will not give ground. Okay, so you can't really get past them unless you go around them. And this is what I'm being shown for you. You have like a streak of stubbornness. For me, I call mine bullheadedness. Everybody knows how bullheaded I am. Me? No, not bullheaded. But this is like you're in a place of you're not giving into it. You're not willing to compromise. You're not willing to go around the subject. It's just like you've made yourself stay in that place of decision. Okay. So basically what it's saying, and I'm getting that, and this isn't any kind of a judgment because believe me, I'm bullheaded and stubborn to my core. But this is kind of you in your life. Okay. So things don't come easy for you all the time, and you'd like it to be a little smoother, but then this Badger comes out. So what I'm being told is to remember that you have to find a balance between holding your ground and not moving forward any other way than the way you want it to happen. They're saying sometimes you got to soften it and let it go, or you kind of just go around in a different way that benefits everybody because you're not in conflict with anything. You're just doing your own thing. Okay. So remember that stubbornness, and it's a hard lesson. And most of the time now I'm okay with it, but there's still some times that my friends and family are like, can you be any more bullheaded? It's like, no, can't. And my daughter is the same way. So she didn't fall far from the tree, but we need to learn how to temper that down so that we have a better balance in our life. Okay. So Sarah, I hope that resonates for you, and that's your card today. And it is the Badger. And that's a really cool picture that I had of this Badger. I actually, it's been about, probably about 10 years now, but my neighbor had one, and we don't usually see them here. But they went up the tree, and it was nested in the tree, and it was a pretty interesting character to have to deal with, to walk around every day when we went outside, because you never knew where he was lurking. Okay, so let me see. Hi. Okay, Bonnie, I can do that. Yep. Let me go down. Hi, Neil. How are you? Oh, let's see who else is here. Laura Klein. Hi. Hi, Angelia. How are you? Colum, I see you. Who else? Oh, Cindy Pinkham's here. Okay, let me see what I can do for you, Bonnie. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, your card today is the Orca. Okay, the Orca is kind of the guardian of the oceans. The Orca are a strong family pod of whales, and they are traditionally known as the ancient wisdom keepers, okay? But they also guard our oceans. So for you, let's see what I'm okay. Never mind, there already. Okay, so the ancestors are actually talking through this today to you, and it's the ancestors of old. So it's like ancestor of old ways of doing things. Maybe it's about because things are coming up with the holidays, but what I'm being shown is you need to kind of look back throughout your history, your family friend history over your lifetime, and remember some of the things that have been long kind of put aside and kind of growing dust in the closet, our proverbial closet. And they're saying there's many things of benefit that, excuse me, you should be doing this upcoming winter, right? It's about making, again, this, I think today is probably about that. It's about making the connections with the old to bring the old to the new so that you can understand how you got to this place, okay? And this place is this day and time, okay? So it's good, bad, and indifferent things, okay? You have to look at everything. And a lot of times people don't want to bring up the negative stuff of our families or negative stuff in our friends, right? And I look back at my life, and there were times in my life that I didn't behave well. I didn't really behave in positives. And it was all learning, right, as you go along, and in my younger years, I treated people sometimes not the best way to treat them. I was like a bull in a china shop, my way or the highway, right? And that's not the way I should have done things. So then I got into my 50s and to where I am presently, and I've learned to temper a lot of those issues. So this is all about you looking at and examining the good, the bad, and the indifferent to where you are today. Look at the person you've become. And I feel like it's like you've hit a time in your life where all this stuff matters, but you need to put it in a perspective way so that you can remember the lessons, but cut them so you're not dragging them forward. And then I'm also hearing that there's things that you need to have kind of uncovered, and this is, they're showing me this book and they're dusting it off and opening it, like these stories from before that people in your family and friend circle right now don't know. And it's like it'll benefit for them if they do know. It'll make you a stronger person. It'll kind of clear some of the stuff off of your soul that sometimes maybe, it's hard to digest stuff. And I know, I think back to some of the stuff that happened with me in my younger years, and not everybody knows it. So you just kind of want to make sure that you're dusting that stuff off and putting it in the right place that you are in now. And that's what the orcas are. They're the protectors and the keepers of knowledge. So that's why that card has come up for you today. And it's a cool card. So thank you, Miss Bonnie. I appreciate you, and I hope it resonates for you. And thanks for coming in. All right, so Neil. Hi, Neil. How are you? I hope you're well. Just water, guys, if you're thinking. It's just water. All right, so let's see what I can get for Neil. Okay, Neil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy Crowley. Well, here you go. You also got the Badger today. Okay, your card today is the Badger. Okay, for you, this is about, okay, this is kind of a flip from the other one. Okay, so the Badgers, you know, they have this big energy. And what I'm being shown and told for you is you need to kind of be a boss right now in this upcoming week. Like, own it. Step up into who you are and own it. Not to be cruel, not being mean to others, but you need to be stronger in your conviction. And those are the words that's coming through really loud. You need your conviction to match who you are. And it's almost like you're kind of, the way they're showing me is like you don't like to make a lot of waves and you just get through stuff. And you kind of have gotten to a point right now that your voice isn't being heard. And they're saying your voice should be heard because you're valuable information and valuable thoughts to add to whatever this is that's going on. And they're saying you don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be a bull in a china shop about it, but you need to be able to step into your power to allow your voice to be heard. And it's valuable and it's lessons for other people. And it's because you're very thoughtful in how you go about doing things. But sometimes we all need to step up into it because sometimes someone has to be the boss, right? They have to bring through the idea so that there's another option available. And this is what's being said for you, like 100%. He's got a great soul. He's got great energy, and he needs to step into it. Okay. And once you do, you'll understand because it's almost like you can temper it. Like, you know, you're not too much one way, you're not too much the other way. You're kind of balanced with it, but you need to allow people to understand that, yeah, I do have this. I do understand what's going on. So that is your card today, Neil. Step into it. You've got a beautiful soul. No reason not to. Take charge. Okay, thanks, Neil, for coming in. I appreciate it. Okay, let me go down. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Oh, Colm, you're sleeping? Why are you sleeping? And that's absolutely 100%. We get messages and we sit, you know, for listening. You know, a lot of people, you know, you see these big events with the very extremely, like New York, the medium up in New York, Teresa Caputo, or you know, Matt Frazier. You go and there's like thousands of people sitting in this event, and I never go in with the thought of I'm going to get a reading. I go in because I want to see the connections that they make and the relief from the people, from the family, that they're getting answers. And that's why we're here. That's what I'm supposed to do, is I'm supposed to assist everyone to get some of the insights so that you guys can think of things differently or do things differently or think better about yourself. And a lot of people, you know darn well, a lot of people don't think well of themselves. And we have to look and love the person in the mirror staring back to us. That's the first thing we need to do. People ask, oh, will I find my soulmate? Well, you know what? You can't do that until you accept you for who you are. Okay. And we all go through it. It's a struggle. Okay, so what's this here? There you go, Dixie. You know, it's so interesting. When I do the work with spirit, there's a lot of times I have, okay, spirits kind of lining up for days because they know I'm going to come across the particular person, whether it's here in the stream or a reading that I have that has been scheduled for somebody that wants a session with me. And we can get messages from all of them, but when they want us to know what they want us to know to better our situations, they always find a way. So whether it's listening to other people's readings or actually your own, and you know, you can't. It's just an amazing thing, and I'm very humbled that I'm able to connect for people. Okay, so let me go down. It's like shooting all over, so hang on, guys. Woo. Oh, 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 yep, oh, oh, hang on. Woo. Laura Klein. Chris, you coming back? You coming back? Hi, Jerry. Hawks in the house. Hey, Hawks in the house. I'm glad, Maureen. I'm glad it resonates for you. Okay, Laura Klein, let's see what I can get for you today. All righty, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I love this card. This is a picture that I did a silk screen with of my friends Robin Cesario and Vince Cesario, and it's their bird Jojo, and it's the parrot. Okay, and he's a sun conure, just a beautiful guy. And so the parrot comes in, not the guy behind me, but the parrot steps in as the parrot card. It's about communication. And for you right now, they're talking about, like, it's almost like I'm listening like this, so that I'm kind of underwater, or I've got something covering my ears. And it's about communication that's coming to you, but literally what they just said, it's falling on deaf ears. Okay, so I'm not sure if it's something that you don't want to hear, or it's coming from, okay, what they're saying is it's not coming from a pure source. Okay, it's kind of like, you know, remember, and they're showing me this, so it's like, remember when we were young, or maybe you don't, because I don't know if they still do this, but when I was young, I was actually in 5th grade, and my science teacher, Chris Taylor, who has passed in the recent past 2 years, who I absolutely adore and kept in contact with, right? Talking about communication, right? Well, he tried a thing with us, and we were all in 5th grade, and he'd whisper something into one of our ears, and we had to pass it around by whispering into everybody's ear all around the room. By the time the last person got the message was totally different from what it started out to be. And this is what I'm hearing. It's like not clear. It's like falling on deaf ears, and it's very muffled. Okay, so I want to say what they're showing me is like you're not getting the clear communication that you need regarding what's going on in your life right now to make the best choices for you. And it's like being cut off, basically. It's like being shut down. And I feel like it's like a couple people that are around you, so it's like they're hiding truth, or they're miscommunicate, but you're not getting the truth, going to the bottom for the truth, right? It's not coming across that way. So you have to look for a different way of communication with the world around you, to be able to get through whatever this is. And if you don't take the initiative to dig a little deeper, you're not going to understand completely what's being said. And again, I feel like muffled. Okay, everything's muffled. I also am being told that you're a sensitive. So sensitive, like, oh, the phone's going to ring, and 2 minutes later the phone rings. Or like you think of somebody, or you have like you're walking through a store and you smell something cooking in their deli department, and it reminds you of somebody. Or you'll smell like tobacco, pipe tobacco or whatever, and you kind of pick up on that. And I almost get to as well, to the point that you are a little nervous, not scared, nervous about like delving into that a little deeper. But the people that come to us from the spirit lands are our loved ones and our friends, and they bring with us, to us, love, unconditional, and they want to assist us in whatever way we need them to help us. So again, this is kind of a two-tag thing. One thing is about being a sensitive, and the other thing is you're not hearing the truth. So you need to figure out a way to be able to do that. Okay. And once you do, things will fall in place. But it's almost like when you're getting, okay, so like when you get distractions from people, you'll start and you'll ask them a question and they kind of divert it to something else, but you never really get your answer that you really want. That's kind of what's going on. So make sure that the source of your information is clearer and coming through in a better way for you. Okay, so that is your card today, and it is the Parrot. Okay. And thanks for stopping in, and I hope it resonates with you. Okay? You're welcome, Maureen. Woo. Thank you, Joyce. I love you. Thank you very much for stopping in. It's always good to see everybody here, even though I'm not like seeing you. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Hi, Tracy Booth. How are you? Hello, Tamise Neal. How are you? Oh, I am so far. Well, no, I'm in northern Michigan. So look up East Tawas, Tawas, and you will find. I'm right on Lake Huron, and I live on Tawas Lake. So yeah, we're getting snow. Kimberly Jean, how are you, Kimberly? Hi, Jennifer Rose. I will get you a card, Margaret. Give me a minute here. Okay. Yep, I'll get you a card too, yo. Hang on, yo. All right. I'm just trying to get down a little bit lower because I always get stuck and then the thing moves all over the place. Let me see what I can give for you, Kimberly Kimberly Jean. My English first name is Kimberly. Well, I haven't used that, and nobody's called me that since my mom's passed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Did you recently lose someone? Because I got a female that's stepping forward, an older female. I don't know if it's for you or not, but she's definitely stepping up, and it would be by recent, like this year to 3 years maybe ago. All right, anyway. Okay, so here's your card today, and it's the Scarab. Okay, so the Scarab actually has a lot of historical references too. You know how when we get jewelry, sometimes they'll say it's a scarab because it's the shape of a scarab. It's a big stone. It's a big setting, okay? And excuse me, they used scarabs back in the Egyptian times to, and I know this sounds gross, but to clean things out, okay? Like on bodies and what have you. But what this is telling me to dig deep. It's telling me to tell you to dig deep, dig deep, dig deep. And it's about things that you will discover, not only about yourself, but from the ancestors. So whether this is your ancestors or your bloodline, that's kind of the way it's coming across. And there is this woman that's standing there. She's an older woman. She's actually not short. She's actually taller than me, and I'm 5'4". So yeah, I guess relatively everything's taller than I am. But yeah, it's about old things that you need to rediscover. It's about like literally cleaning an attic, right? They want you to go in and kind of not clean the attic in the house, but kind of go back into time to find things and traditions and family stories and things to bring it up to you now so you can learn more about who you are and where you came from. And I think for your family, almost it's becoming like a breaking point where not enough people in the family or your friends are not remembering or bringing the stories that have so much not only cultural value, but family ties, family, and family can be friends. It's who we call family, right? But it's like they're forgetting some of the things that were really important to how you got to this place now. And they're like, she's so open. She's all willing to learn and accept new things and understand. And this is why you're in this place right now. And with the Scarab card, okay, it's telling you you'll find the answers. You just have to dig a little bit. And some of it will just bring you joy. It's kind of like, when I found a long time ago, but when I found pictures of my grandmother, we forget that our elders in our community were young ones, right? I mean, I found a picture of my grandmother sitting up in Atlantic City with a rum bottle, like I did in school, in high school, and my daughter did in college, like the fun pictures, right? And you just don't think of your parents or your grandparents as being party people, right? But it's a good memory to share and remember our roots and where we came from and how we got there. And that's what this is all about for you. It's about learning new things, but also unearthing things that are fun. They're showing me an example of my mom when she was 16, went to her stepdad's family farm in Ohio, and they brought out a horse for her to check out, and it was blind. Okay, well, it really liked my mom, and it followed her because she was like the leader dog, right? And it kept trying to sniff her. And my mom was terrified because she thought she was going to get bit by this horse. Well, that's not what was going to happen, but that's what she felt, right? So by uncovering that story again, so later in life, my mom was 80. We moved up north, and I brought her with, and because my dad had passed a long time ago, but I had horses. My daughter had horses. We had 10 on the property. It was a 10-acre farm. My mom got to understand horses. She got to be witness to foals being born on the farm, and they sparked magic in her, right? And if my mom hadn't told me that story from when she was a kid, I would have never thought about it to introduce her into these creatures and these amazing moments that my mom had and she loved. So this is what it's about for you right now. It's about digging deep and finding those things to keep bringing forward, to keep that important in your family and friends, to remember those times, good, bad, and indifferent, that we all go through that imprinted on us, okay? So that is your card today, Kimberly, and it is the Scarab. Well, hi, Miss Moo. What are you back there crying about now, huh? What are you crying about? She's such a baby. Yeah, I know. She's a Siamese. She talks all the time. She's just like me. Let's talk, right? Okay. Let's see what I can get you, Jennifer Rose. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Very cool. Okay. I actually saw one last week here, which was strange because now it's snowing. But these little guys were around. And your card today, Jennifer, is the dragonfly. Okay. So the dragonfly represents a few things. It represents joy, and kind of freedom, right? Because they the way they fly around and they play in the sun and they play on the plants out front by my lake, and it's fun to watch them, and they're not scared of humans. They land on us all the time, and it's fun. They're also considered messengers of the in between. So they connect to the spirit lands, to bring us information, to bring us connections with the spirit lands. They bring messages along that will show up sometimes in our dream time, or, even when they're present and showing up. I have somebody that I know very well, Robin Cesario. She and Vince, her husband, lost 2 of their sons. That they were twins, but they lost them a year apart from each other, totally different reasons. And whenever I need to hear something from spirit, often in the summer, I will have 2 dragonflies land on me at the same time. Okay. Because they've kind of set that up for me as a trigger to know they're there, that's a message for me to pay attention to whatever's going on a little bit more. So what I'm getting for you today is just that. There's something going on and you're not really giving it the attention it deserves. You really need to pay closer attention to what's going on with it. And it's nothing that's bad, but it's like it'll slip right by and you'll lose that moment. You'll lose that opportunity, whatever that means. So you need to pay more attention to just what's going on around you. Okay. And again, I almost want to say it's like something that is happening and you're kind of aware of it, but you really not getting the full kind of impact of it. You're not getting the full story. So you kind of need to be able to do that. And you need to just listen and pay more attention to what's going on. Okay, so that is your card today, and it is the dragonfly. And thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And I hope that resonates with you. And like I said, it's not anything bad, but it's definitely something you need to pay attention to. Okay, don't let the opportunity, because the opportunity might be something really good that you don't want to miss. Okay, all right, Margaret, I will read for you. Whew. Yep, I'm coming. Hi, Stephanie, how are you? All right, so yo, hang tight. Yo, I'm seeing a hawk around you too while I'm shuffling these cards. I don't know what the hawk is about, but it's around you for some reason, bringing blessings. All right, Margaret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and 7. And this card has not come up since the little brat chewed it, but your card today is tobacco. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is what Mango did to it. He came down like a banshee on my desk one day, and I was doing readings, and he chewed my cards. Anyhow, for you, it's about blessings. Tobacco is about remembering, and it's about blessings, and it's telling me that you need to be more aware of all the little blessings that are in your life. And it's like, yeah, a lot of times we all sit and we all wait for these big bombshell, great blessings to pop in, but we forget about all the little stuff, right? We forget about the little things that make up our day that are truly a blessing. Okay. For me, like if I'm not feeling good in a particular day, I have 3 little guys in here and 2 up in the front room that just bring me joy, just for the simple fact of their little personalities. And okay, and somebody stepped in front of me on the camera again. Yay! All right, so the blessings that you are to enjoy. Pay more attention to the little things. It's the little things that matter, Margaret. And that's what I'm being told for you today. The little things that matter. And whoever just walked in is not happy because I did not finish for someone. And it's a woman. And she's just walked up and she's like here. So I don't know who this is, but it's an older woman. She's just saying, get to the truth of the matter. And that's not for you, Margaret, but that's from somebody else. Okay, so I'm going to try to clear that out again. All right, and that's your card, Margaret. It's tobacco. Yeah, that's like step back because it's like, I don't really know. All right. I got to find you, yo. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Yeah, they're actually pretty quiet. Phoenix, what are you doing over there, Phoenix? Oh, he's just preening himself, which is really good because he's got a lot of new feathers coming in. They're kind of quiet today. Pip is not being a good girl. Pip is she's not bred. She hates Mango. Mango's been getting into it with her. And she laid 4 eggs. And they were in the cage for 21 days because if I take them out, she lays again. And it's because she wants to be a mom. So she's made this little thing where she wants to nest on the bottom of the cage. And I need to break that cycle for her. So that's been a chore today because she's really mad at me because I took the eggs out and cleaned the cage all up. And yeah, she's not happy with me right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, that's interesting. You got the same card. Hang on, yo. Get off the bottom. There you go. Okay, your card today is the Scarab. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the Scarab is for you too. This is kind of about looking for cleaning stuff out, but looking for a new direction. And they're like saying that really loud. A new direction to sort of find a new path, find a new way to do something. And looking at it in a more positive way, because it's almost like, okay, this is corny, but this is what they're saying. If you can see it, if you can dream it, you can do it, right? But the Scarab's coming in, you got to kind of clean up the word they're saying is clean up the joint, right? So you got to kind of clean up stuff that you've been dragging forward with you, or some of the things that have been going on. You need to finish and complete them and set them aside, And once you do that, once you clean that all out, there's going to be positives that come in, but it's going to be a different direction. And yeah, but it's going to be brought in, and it's not anything that you're not aware of, but it's going to be a new way to do it. So I'm not sure what it is, but they're saying clean house. And it's not literally about your house, but it's about emotionally, about spiritually. It's about getting things sorted for yourself. And once that's all in place, then there's going to be a lot of cool things that are coming in for you. Okay. So that is your card today. And it is the Scarab. There it is. Put it in upside down. I did. Okay, yo, I hope that resonates for you, sir. And this just all jumped all over the place. So hang on, guys. I got to figure out where I was. Oh, yeah. That's funny. That's really funny, Callum. I missed you, Callum. You're just a stitch. Okay. All right. Going down. Going down. Hi, Christy. Hi, Christy. How are you? You got a lot of good opportunities coming in. You've known stuff was going to happen, kind of, sort of, in your life regarding work and all that for a while. But I feel it's like the calm right now. You just need to kind of settle in, take care of a few things for yourself, and then like get through these holidays. And it's almost like you could get through the holidays by picking up something just like a seasonal thing. But I do feel by February you're going to have a pretty solid handle on what you're doing to move forward with work. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now because I saw the other day, I'm not online tons. May seem like I am, but I'm kind of between the tablet, the phone, the computer. So I check a couple times a day, but it is what it is. But I did see that. And actually, I think it's going to be good because I think you were kind of sort of in a rut. I used to play, I got to tell you, I used to play what my friends used to call was kind of Russian roulette with my jobs, right? I was into a job, I'd be there 7-10 years, I'd get bored and I'd do something new. And then I actually went to school. I was working up in the ICU at Children's before I was in management with hospitality, and used to travel around, teach people how to do things. It got to be a lot, and I didn't want to do the travel, so it changed. So I went back to school. I got into Children's Hospital, worked up in the ICU, worked at the hospital systems for a long 12 years, and it's like, yeah, then I was like, okay, time to do something new again. So, sometimes that's who we are. And it's kind of good once in a while to shake it up. I know it can be scary, but I think in the long run, by February, you'll all be settled with all that stuff for you. So, Christy, I wish you a happy holiday. And absolutely, I think you're going to do okay. Think outside the box, they just said. All right. Hi, Matthew. How are you? Okay, so let me move down the list. Okay. All right. Well, see, you can't make that up. Yep, you do. That's awesome. Yeah, because they took me to that right away, was the trees. So awesome. That's for you then, right? Sure, I will, Matthew. How are you today? I hope you are well. Holy crow. Oh, and I do see super stickers up top. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think Pamela sent one and Cindy Pinkham sent one. So the kids will do whatever it is they do with them. And they'll make sure that your name is in the wheel or the box or whatever they're doing. I'm not sure. But they'll be there because they always come back and get them. All right, so this is an odd pairing. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you can hear Mulan is like, I don't know what she's doing back there. The other day she's playing with one of her toy mice. Okay, so you today, sir, also got the badger. I think that's 3 people tonight, right? 3 people that get the badger. And so I'm sure if you've been here for a little bit, you understand what I had said about how the badger's nature is. They're very bullheaded, very stubborn. They dig in, and it's their way or the highway. Okay, but I don't feel you're pulling in that energy. I feel you're up against that energy. Okay, so there's someone or something that's going on and it's kind of blocking you, and you're really having a difficult time trying to avoid it. And they are saying more avoid it than get around it. It's like you don't want to deal with it. So, and it's like I keep hearing this, right? So you're coming right up and this energy is like a badger's energy. They don't give in, they don't give up, they don't move. It's their way or the highway. This is going to happen, and this is the way it's going to happen. Okay, but it's almost like they want you to take the step back, because what they're showing me is well, you know the saying, like they go you know, sometimes you go 3 steps forward and you go 5 back, you know, and you're like, gosh, I was making such good headway, and this is what I feel is going on. But the reason they want you to kind of step back from it is because there's like a diversion in the path. So when I'm looking at it, right, it almost goes into a Y. So you're on the mainstream, and then if you back up a little bit, you'll see there's a different way to go, and you can skirt and go around this issue. There'll be some new things there for you to accomplish, to go through, to deal with, but it's nothing like hitting the badger head on, okay? And the badger won't veer. So whatever the badger is representing in your life right now, that's not going to change. That's not going to veer away. You can keep hitting it, but it's going to be like hitting your head on the wall. It's not going to change, okay? So you need to kind of take the steps back, and it's even a possibility that you missed a step, and that could be because it's veering off to the other side. So I feel it's going to be okay, and it's going to be positive. You just have to kind of take that deep breath and say, all right, this is not the way to go. This is not the way I should head through this. Let me step back and figure this out. And you'll find the way, but it'll be a different way. Okay, so Matthew, that is your card also today. It's the badger. Very interesting that the badger keeps coming up for sure. Absolutely for sure. All right. Let me, oh, wow. Just, ooh. Hi, Val. How are you? Welcome to our space. Thank you for coming in. Oh. Woo. What are you talking about, Kay? I won 2 battles. I fought hard for my kids. It all comes down to not giving up. Yep, it does. 2 battles. Okay, I got glasses on. I obviously need new ones. That's awesome, Kate. I hope that works, and that's good. It's always good to step in your own power. Sometimes we just don't have that confidence in ourselves, but once we start putting our confidence and kind of engaging with it, it's easier to do those things. It's easier to step into our power. And if you've got good intention on your side, then it's okay, you know, and you add that to standing in your own power. Okay, Val, let's see what I got for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Maybe I should have put a snow card in there today. All right, your card today is air. Okay, the elemental of air. Okay, so things that you are today, not yesterday, things that happened yesterday and back have imprinted on you and moved you forward to become the person you are right in this moment. But part of what you need to do as you're moving forward is to release. Okay, and they're literally showing me wind, right, blowing through the yard. Okay, and they're saying you need to release. Okay, so these can be things that you've been carrying forward, events or people, but it's things that have negatively impacted you. Okay, and they keep saying you need to release it. Okay, once you release it, you don't have to pull it in front. You learned from all of that. Again, like I said, good, bad, and indifferent, right? Not everything is great that happens in our life. Not everything is bad that happens in our life. But we have to understand that no matter what it is, we learn from it and then we move forward. You don't have to keep dragging this stuff because it almost puts us, and I did this for a while. There were some not so great times from about 2006 to 2008. There was not a lot of good going on. But until I released it all, after it happened, like release that anger, release that pain, release that hurt through just kind of looking at self, going through it, but not blaming anybody because it just was, right? It takes more than one person or one situation to have things happen. It was my fault. It was their fault. It was our fault. Doesn't matter, okay? Once you let it go, and I know it's not easy because I held on to it for a few years. And then you reach a point like, why? Because I can't go back and change it. I can just learn from it. I can't go back and have these people not in my life. They were already there. They're gone now. And I can't go back and fix or repair damage that was done either from me or from other people. But we have this guilt as humans and we carry it forward, and guilt with anger, guilt towards ourselves. It makes us negative in the rest of our life. So what I'm seeing really loud for you, Val, is let it go. Release it, okay? Release it out into the universe. Let it reboot itself, right? Or recycle itself into positives. Once you clear all that up and all that baggage that's coming forward with you, you're going to not only say to yourself, why didn't I do this before? But okay, what's next, right? Because we clear it and we make room for what else can come in positives, all right? So that is your card tonight, Val, and I hope it resonated with you. And thanks for popping in today. I really appreciate the energy, and so does the rest of the family, the Ghost Dimension family. And yeah, it's all good. We try to finish with positives. We want to make better lives for ourselves. It's just about trying to make those positives happen. Okay. So that is all I have for tonight. I've been on for an hour and a half. So blessings to all of you. Thank you all so much for coming in and spending time with us. Okay. And until next Tuesday, bear out, guys.
Yeah. Cool. Wasn't it? Bye, Bear, Mom Bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, Bear, Mom Bear, Mom Bear.